It's like I almost forgot what I was going to start talking about. And then I remembered that that wouldn't be a good idea considering today's video is on cognition. So stick around. Hey everyone, Jennifer here. Today we are cracking the code for cognition. Cognition is the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. Okay, simply put, cognition refers to the process of thinking. It really is that simple. But what does cognition have to do with speech therapy? Well, considering that 1 in 10 adults over the age of 65 has Alzheimer's disease, we have a lot to do with cognition. Our ability to work with older adults that have changes in their processing speed, memory, attention, problem solving, and their general quality of life is crucial in helping them live as independently as possible. And while we are not able to cure or prevent dementia, we can help in slowing the progression of the cognitive decline, and we can also promote an increased ability to cope with the illness. One of our main roles as speech therapists is to assist with dementia staging. This is done through education on the patient's current functioning, as well as providing information on their potential future outcomes. So not only what can they do today, but what can they potentially do tomorrow, and so on. How much time do they still have in certain stages, and where do we expect them to be? We can also help those with dementia develop and implement what's known as compensatory strategies. And these are modifications or strategies designed to bypass the impairment, really, and to achieve the goal that you want. This allows you to assist them as a caregiver in better maximizing their independence and improving their quality of life. However, Alzheimer's disease is not the only cause of cognitive deficits. Cognitive impairments can stem from a myriad of other diseases or illnesses. Some off the top of my head might include stroke, traumatic brain injury, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and metabolic encephalopathy. That's just to name a few. Cognition plays a huge role in our ability to function as, say, a normal person would. I often joke to my PT and OT friends because they'll come to me after treating patients for a couple of weeks and say, John Doe is able to ambulate or walk, 50 feet down the hallway. And OT is equally exciting, saying, they're able to put their clothes on all by themselves. They're completely independent and going to the toilet. However, without us as speech therapists, that same person may very well walk right into traffic or put their pants on before their underwear. So just because a person has the ability to do something doesn't mean that they're safe in that same skill or that they have the ability to process through or sequence through the tasks. And it can cause a lot of concern, a lot of problems down the road. Our intervention is crucial to individual safety and recovery. Some of you caregivers out there are already aware that your loved one has cognitive impairments, while others may have no idea. This is especially true when the changes that you're seeing in your loved one are more subtle, or they may seem seemingly unrelated to what you might be looking for when you hear cognitive decline. I'm going to go over a few indications that signal your loved one may be declining cognitively. The first one is frequent lapses in memory. This is probably the most common thing people look for when their loved one is suffering from decline in cognition. So you're looking for things like them forgetting where they put their keys, maybe their phone, but also think about cognition as and lapses in memory by them not also being able to come up with certain words or names during conversation. They may call you by the wrong name or have just a lot of trouble thinking of the words, common words that they normally use. Look out for greater difficulty in performing tasks in social or work settings if they are still employed. You will find that they're not able to multitask, so they can't do more than one thing at one time. They may not complete a project. You might have them ask them to sweep the floor. They're sweeping the floor, you come back a few minutes later, and then the floor is halfway swept and they're on to washing dishes. You may also notice that they make far-out comments. So they say weird things. They say things out of the blue, things that aren't normal for them to say. Another thing that they'll do is forget material that was just read. That's self-explanatory. You'll also find that they'll ask the same questions or tell you the same story over and over and over and over. They may ask the same questions or tell you the same. I'm kidding. You get the point. You'll find that they have increasing trouble with planning or organizing. This may include forgetting upcoming appointments, so now they're not even getting to go to their doctor appointments anymore, getting their hair done. They're not paying their bills, so now they don't have a home to live in because they forget their mortgage payments. Or maybe they forget to take their medication, and I would say that this is probably the most serious one that you really want to keep an eye out for. And lastly, you'll notice personality changes. So maybe they'll become increasingly agitated, angry really quickly, or you'll find that they're really sad. Depression and agitation can both be big signs that cognitively they're starting to decline. If you feel that your loved one is suffering from any of these, tell a doctor and try to get in touch with a speech therapist. The struggle is real, my friends, but yours doesn't have to be. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications for when my next video posts. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, don't. But please let me know in the comments section below so that I can improve next time. Thanks for watching, and good luck cracking the code.